to Creepy True Stories, where reality takes a spine-tingling twist. Brace yourselves for a journey into the unknown, as we unearth chilling tales and unsolved mysteries that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Prepare to be captivated, intrigued, and haunted by the truth, because here, the darkness has a story to tell.
Nestled at the base of the majestic Mount Fuji in Japan lies a place of unspeakable dread, a realm where the boundaries of the living and the dead blur into a chilling tapestry of fear, the Aokigahara Forest. It is a place where the wind whispers secrets from a dark past and where the shadows themselves seem to dance with malevolence. Our story begins with a group of intrepid explorers, drawn to the forest by its infamy. They yearn to unravel the mysteries that clung to Aokigahara like a shroud. Armed with cameras and camping gear, they ventured into the heart of the woodland, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. As they plunged deeper into the forest, the once dappled sunlight faded into an eerie twilight. Tall trees with gnarled roots loomed overhead, casting grotesque shapes on the forest floor. The air grew heavy, and an inexplicable feeling of unease settled upon the group. The leader, a seasoned adventurer named Takeshi, pressed on, his resolve unwavering. "We're here to document the legends, to separate fact from fiction," he declared, his voice quivering only slightly. Their journey led them to a clearing where strange, twisted trees stood sentinel like grotesque statues. They appeared to writhe and contort, as though tormented by some unseen force. The group exchanged nervous glances, but their curiosity drove them forward. As night fell, they set up camp in the shadow of the malevolent trees, their tents a fragile shield against the encroaching darkness. The forest came alive with unsettling sounds, an eerie symphony of whispers, distant cries, and rustling leaves. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream rent the air. They scrambled from their tents, hearts pounding. In the dim light of their flashlights, they saw a member of their group, Yuki, trembling and pointing into the woods. It was right there. A ghostly figure, with hollow eyes, she stammered, her face drained of color. The others exchanged skeptical glances, but their skepticism waned when they saw the terror in Yuki's eyes. They searched the area but found no trace of the apparition she had described. As the night wore on, they huddled together, their laughter now replaced by whispered fears. They shared stories they had heard about Aokigahara, the tales of lost souls who wandered in, never to return. Legends spoke of vengeful spirits and the forest's dark history as a place of despair. Takeshi attempted to rationalize the situation. "It's just a forest, and fear can play tricks on the mind," he said, though his voice quivered. But their unease only deepened when they heard the faint sound of weeping, like a mournful lament carried on the breeze. It seemed to come from all directions, echoing through the forest. They ventured further into the darkness, following the sorrowful cries. The cries led them to a clearing where a chilling sight awaited them. Hanging from the twisted branches of the trees were countless nooses, eerily swaying in the wind. Each noose bore the weight of a lost soul who had taken their own life in Aokigahara, a grim testament to the forest's dark legacy. The group recoiled in horror, realizing that they had stumbled upon a place of profound sorrow. They felt the weight of the forest's despair pressing down upon them, their resolve weakening with every passing moment. And then, the true horror of Aokigahara revealed itself. The ground beneath their feet began to shift and tremble as if the very forest itself were awakening. The trees contorted and twisted, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The group scattered in terror as the forest seemed to come alive, its malevolent energy consuming them. Takeshi, the once confident leader, was the last to fall, his screams echoing through the haunted forest. As the sun rose on Aokigahara, it revealed an empty campsite, with no trace of the ill-fated explorers. The forest had claimed them, swallowing them whole and erasing their existence from the world. But here's the chilling twist: this story, too, may be one of the many legends that shroud Aokigahara in darkness. For the forest has a way of weaving fact and fiction, truth and terror, until they are indistinguishable. And so, the secrets of Japan's Aokigahara forest remain, hidden beneath a veil of shadows, waiting to ensnare those who dare to chase them. In the aftermath of the disappearance of Takashi and his group, whispers of their ill-fated journey through Aokigahara reached the ears of local villagers and authorities. An uneasy hush fell over the region, for the forest had claimed yet more souls. Search parties were dispatched, combing through the eerie woodland in search of any trace of the lost explorers. Days turned into weeks, and hope dwindled as the forest yielded no clues. Aokigahara had swallowed them whole, as it had done to so many others before. But among the search party, there was one person who had a deeper connection to the forest, a local guide named Akiko. She had grown up near Aokigahara, and her family had passed down stories of its malevolent spirits for generations. Akiko had seen the forest's power firsthand, but she possessed a unique understanding of its mysteries. As the search continued, she began to piece together the scattered clues left by Takashi and his group. Driven by a sense of responsibility and determination, Akiko ventured into Aokigahara alone. She navigated the labyrinthine trails, guided by an instinct that seemed to come from the very forest itself. Her steps were cautious, and she made offerings of respect to the spirits she encountered. As she delved deeper into the heart of Aokigahara, she discovered an ancient shrine hidden beneath the twisted branches. It was a place of reverence, where villagers had come for generations to seek the forest's favor and appease its restless spirits. Akiko felt a profound connection to the shrine, sensing that it held the key to unraveling the mysteries of the forest. She performed a solemn ritual, beseeching the spirits for guidance. In the stillness of the forest, the shadows seemed to retreat, and a whispered voice filled Akiko's ears, a voice that was both haunting and mournful. It spoke of the lost souls who wandered Aokigahara, trapped in a cycle of despair. With newfound determination, Akiko followed the spectral guidance, her steps leading her to the very heart of the forest, a place where darkness pooled like a stagnant lake. There, she uncovered a hidden cave, obscured by gnarled roots and thick foliage. Inside the cave, she found an ancient manuscript, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and haunting illustrations. It told the story of Aokigahara, a tale of suffering, tragedy, and the tormented spirits bound to the forest by their own despair. But as Akiko reached the final pages, the true horror of Aokigahara was revealed. The forest was not merely a place of malevolence, it was a sentient entity, feeding on the fear and sorrow of those who entered its realm. It lured them in with tales of legends and horrors, weaving their fears into its very fabric. As she closed the manuscript, the cave trembled, and the walls seemed to close in on her. She knew that she had uncovered the deepest secret of Aokigahara, a truth that the forest itself wished to remain hidden. With great effort, Akiko made her way out of the cave, clutching the manuscript to her chest. She emerged from the forest, her spirit scarred by the knowledge she had gained. But what she did next would change the fate of Aokigahara forever. She shared the manuscript with the world, revealing the forest's malevolent nature and its insidious ability to ensnare the minds of those who entered. The legends of Aokigahara would never be the same again. No longer a place of mere superstition, the forest was now recognized as a living entity, a malevolent force that thrived on the fear and despair of those who dared to chase its shadows. And so, dear listener, the true terror of Aokigahara lies not only in its legends and hauntings but in the forest itself, a sentient being that preys on the darkest recesses of the human soul. The next time you hear of someone venturing into the depths of Aokigahara, remember that the forest's true horror is not what it shows you but what it hides in its shadowy depths. As the manuscript's revelations spread far and wide, the world watched with a mixture of fascination and horror. Aokigahara Forest became the subject of intense scrutiny, its legends transformed into cautionary tales that echoed across continents. Those who had once been drawn to its mysteries now approached it with trepidation. The local authorities, overwhelmed by the influx of visitors hoping to experience the forest's eerie aura for themselves, had little choice but to take action. They posted warnings and stationed patrols around the forest's periphery, dissuading all but the most determined adventurers. Yet, even as Aokigahara's infamy grew, there remained a small but persistent group who believed that the forest held answers to questions humanity had not yet dared to ask. They sought to uncover the mysteries that Akiko had glimpsed in the cave. Among them was a young and fearless researcher named Hiroshi. Inspired by Akiko's discoveries, he embarked on a mission to delve deeper into the forest, to confront the malevolent entity that lurked within. Armed with modern technology, a strong will, and a deep respect for the spirits, Hiroshi ventured into Aokigahara with a heavy heart and unwavering determination. His journey took him through the same labyrinthine paths that had ensnared Takashi and his ill-fated group. The forest's shadows clung to him, whispering secrets that seemed to twist and coil like the ancient trees themselves. But Hiroshi pressed on, guided by the knowledge that the forest's secrets needed to be revealed. Days turned into weeks as Hiroshi journeyed deeper into the heart of Aokigahara. He encountered strange phenomena, disorienting mists that clouded his vision, eerie voices that echoed through the trees, and the unsettling feeling that the forest itself was alive and watching his every move. One fateful night, as he camped beneath the looming canopy, Hiroshi witnessed the manifestation of the forest's malevolence. It materialized before him, a shadowy figure with hollow eyes and elongated limbs, a grotesque embodiment of despair and fear. But Hiroshi did not cower in terror. Instead, he raised his camera, capturing the entity's form. In that moment, he understood the true nature of Aokigahara. It craved acknowledgement, to be seen and recognized for what it was. With that revelation, the entity dissipated, leaving Hiroshi shaken but resolute. He knew that he had glimpsed the heart of the forest's darkness, a darkness born from centuries of anguish and sorrow. Hiroshi emerged from Aokigahara Forest, his camera filled with chilling images that would further expose the forest's secrets. He shared his findings with the world, adding to the growing body of evidence that Aokigahara was more than just a haunted place, it was a living, malevolent force. The legends of Aokigahara continued to evolve, not as tales of mere superstition, but as a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to confront even the darkest of mysteries. Visitors to the forest now tread cautiously, understanding that the shadows they chase may lead them to truths they are not prepared to face. And so, dear listener, the legends of Aokigahara persist, but the forest's greatest mystery is not its hauntings or the horrors that have transpired within its depths. It is the question of whether humanity will ever truly comprehend the enigma that is Aokigahara, a place where reality and legend merge into a chilling, timeless dance.